What's up, YouTube? This thing does not like to focus. Put that right there. Don't really have anything for the top of the screen. All right. It is time to fix a phone. Don't know if anybody is going to be here today. It's kind of a very early stream. But I will give you guys a couple minutes to filter in. For anybody who might be here, I don't have a phone right now, so I don't know how many viewers there may be. But today, just fixing my phone real quick, and then we will be switching over to some Bed Wars. Tito will be here, and it's gonna be a good time. Gonna be a fun stream. So let's just get this done. I don't think anybody's here yet, but this is kind of what we're working with here. As you can see, the top of the screen is shattered, and there's like lines, and the top half doesn't work. Like up here doesn't work. Then like I don't know how well you can see it, but it's flickering pretty good. So first step to fixing a phone is, of course, turning it off. So you turn it off. No server today. Just because it's such an early stream. Most of the regular viewers aren't going to be here. They're probably like in school or something, wherever they're doing. And so I don't want them to miss all the progress. So we're just going to knock this out and then do some Bed Wars. But that's the starting spot of the phone right now. This heating mat is, I've used them before, and I just never had my own. And I finally splurged and bought one. Very happy to have it. It's very nice for fixing phones. Oh, also, I should mention the back looks like that. So we're going to get that fixed up too. We're also going to change the color of the phone. Oh, nice, Jack. How much do you have on your hotspot? Like 8 gigs or something? 10 gigs? Yeah, so the general rule of thumb is like 80 to 85 degrees Celsius for like 10 minutes. You can definitely get away with less, especially when your back glass is so broken. Also, this back glass isn't attached very well because it was just like a haphazard repair that I did. 15 gigs. Nice. Yeah, 15 gigs does run out quick. I do have a hotspot puck too that I can recommend, but I think I'm paying like $25 a month for 20 gigs. So it's not great, but I've never ran out just because I only use it at work. But I have streamed off of it, and it streams just fine. So I've streamed and played Bed Wars with Discord going, so it works. All right. Yeah, so we just need a couple more minutes on the heat pad. The general rule of thumb, like I said, not only the temperatures, but I mean, you can kind of just tell when it's ready because you want it to be just too hot to handle without gloves. Like you can hold it, but not for very long. It's like uncomfortable to hold. That's kind of what you want it to be at. While that's heating up, I'll show you guys the parts that I have. Nice thing about the hotspot puck I have is you can plug it in with USB and it acts like Ethernet. It's kind of nice. Back glass. We're going to change the color of the phone to red. I've changed the color a few times. It originally was black, and then I changed it to clear. So I made a transparent black back glass. I custom did that. And then I did green, like you just saw. And now we're going to do red. So this phone is just going to kind of be changing colors quite often, I guess. But this is going to be the new color of my phone. Put that up there. Let's see, what else do we have? I got a new camera. So right now the camera fails a lot, and it crashes the camera app a lot because I don't know what happened, but for some reason the camera's just damaged. So I got an entire new camera module. This cost me about $35. I should mention this back glass cost me, I believe, $7.50. You can spend like 40 on them if you want the logo, but I really don't care about a Samsung logo. It's small and you can barely see it anyways. Like it's just like down there. um, but yeah, camera module that was about $35 to $40, and that includes all the cameras that come with this, including the 100 times zoom. Um, I did make an unnecessary purchase by accident. So here's the new screen. I didn't realize that it comes with a new battery. It's actually Samsung battery, so this is actually an OEM screen. So this is an official Samsung screen, which I didn't know, and that definitely cost me some money. This better have a film on it. It better not have come with that scratch on it. I don't think this has a film. Fantastic. My brand new screen is already scratched. I don't know if you can see it. It's yeah, I saw it there for yeah, you can see the scratches. There's a few. It goes all the way down the film. What? Let me let me check real quick what I bought, because I don't think I bought a used screen. Stand by. Oh, I did get a pulled screen. Okay, so this screen used to be on someone's phone then, which means this is probably a used battery. Oh yeah, I can tell. Yeah, if you look inside of there, there's some signs that this thing has been used before. I am not a fan of that personally. I probably would not have bought this for so much if I knew it was used. But sometimes that's just what happens when you don't read the listing, I guess. Um, crap. uh, well, that sucks. So I do have a new battery. Now I'm trying to decide if I want to switch it over. I think it's the same capacity. Yeah, so it's the same milliamp hours. I guess it might be worth just swapping the battery. What's up, Super Slip? Welcome. I do streaming at a different time would just bring new people. I would stream at my normal time, but doesn't really work out today because I got stuff to do. I think I'm gonna swap this battery because I don't know how old that original battery is, but I guess it's better to just have a brand new one than not. You can actually reset your phone, but you need to know how you would do it. What? What do you mean? Like factory reset it? I need a new charge port. Mine's showing me a good one. Yeah, so if you guys are ever looking for parts, whether it's for laptops, phones, whatever, Mobile Centrics is the company I use. Um, I've never had a problem with them. Very helpful. Very. I've actually met the CEO before. I had like he took time out of his day to make a meeting for me to help me with one of my businesses. Fantastic guy, and just can't not recommend Mobile Centrics. They've never done me wrong. So also their batteries are high quality. So for like older iPhones, they offer like extended capacity, so they're better than the original battery that came with it. And that's for older iPhones and older phones in general, just because battery technology has improved, so they upgraded the batteries to fit in the old phones. It's pretty nice. You need a new chart. Oh yeah, yeah. So I would use Mobile Centrics for a charge port for sure. And charge ports on your phone. I believe you have an S21, right? Or a S20 FE or something like that. But regardless, on anything 20 and higher, the charge ports are super easy. Fantastic repairs. Yeah, to reset your phone, it's just a factory data reset. I mean, search for it in the settings and you'll see it. I assume that's what you're talking about. Yeah, 21 FE charge port is stupid easy to fix. Also, you guys might want a kit like this. This is on Amazon. I don't have a link for it, but you can just look up phone repair kit or something, and it'll show up. Some of these tools I got on my own, like this is a little card I got from um, Mobile Centrics, like I was talking about. I like to keep a toothbrush in there for water damaged phones. But this is the kit I'll be using today. To get started, you just need this card and the pry tool. It's called an isosimo. Also, I'm heating up the new screen so I can take that battery out with time. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you how to do it. It's the same on this phone as it is for that phone, so I'll show you how to do the charge port while I'm inside of this one. So it's kind of hot to the touch. It's like uncomfortable to hold on to for a long time, so that's perfect. So you're gonna get your little pry tool right in the seam between the back glass and the frame. So like right in, if my camera will focus, right in here. You'll see it on your phone, but yeah, you're gonna get that in there. Once it's in there, so you're just gonna get the little tip of it. Let's see if I can explain this good on stream. You're gonna want to get the tip, so like the pointy part right here into there. Let's see if it'll focus. The pointy part right here, you want to put that in there, and then once that's in there, you want to turn it so you have a large flat edge underneath that display. Hopefully that kind of makes sense, but that's just going to help you not break the back glass even more. But if it's already broken, like it doesn't really matter. That's mostly so if you're like taking off a brand new back glass. Do you have parental locks on your phone, Super Slip? Parental locks, sometimes like if it's not paid off to the carrier, they might do it. Oh, wait, factory data reset. You mean like reset all the data on it? Or are you talking like so you can use a different carrier? This one's going to be easier to take off than the last one because I didn't replace the adhesive. So normally you'd have to like skirt this card all the way around. But because I've already opened this, it's going to be a lot easier for me. But it should be easy regardless. And in the case of your FE jack, it'll be even easier because it's plastic. You can just bend it to take it off. That is the old back glass. That's what it looks like. Out with the old, in with the new. So this is what the inside of your phone is going to look like. Jack, yours will actually look like this as well. Okay, before I go any further, first of all, you can take this off the mat now. It doesn't need to be hot at this point. But this one I'm heating up so I can take this battery out. Typically, I like to have some rubbing alcohol. Let me check real quick. I'm not sure if I have any. It is my lucky day. I do have some rubbing alcohol. The higher the percentage, the better. This is 91%. 99% is pretty much the best you can get. But 91% works just fine. So this is good for loosening adhesive. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my finger and kind of run it along the edge of the battery so it kind of drips down and gets in there. Might be able to just pour a little bit. You want to be careful. It's not really going to cause any damage. I just don't like to get it all over everything. Use plastic only for your battery. Also, before I get too far, I should mention do all this at your own risk. This is not a tutorial. This is just informative, educational purposes. I'm not responsible if you break your phone, but I do encourage you to try because it is a lot cheaper. For the cost of just a screen at Bedrock iFix, which is about $350, I bought a new screen, a new heat mat, new camera module, and back glass and battery, and it's still cheaper. So I do recommend fixing your own stuff. These batteries are notoriously difficult to get out. Again, never use metal, but you can kind of do your best with plastic. But the biggest thing is you just really want to be careful because you do not want to puncture a battery. Trust me. I've done it before because I was just being stupid. I got unlucky. And it caught on fire, so in my hand. You don't want that. There we go. This, yeah. I assume that this battery was used before, so I'm just going to replace it just to be safe. What's up, Simply and Tree? What type of phone am I fixing? This is an S22 Ultra. But this repair process is the exact same as a S20 FE, S20 Plus, whatever, Note 20, and higher. So anything pretty much after 2020 that's an S series Samsung is going to be the exact same. And even the Note series Samsungs are very similar. All right, so now we got our new battery and our new screen. We're going to turn off this heat mat. Well, I guess it doesn't hurt to leave the heat mat on. I am going to move it away from here, though, just because I do need it later, but it's also like really hot on my fingers. I'll just turn it off. We'll just do that. All right, new battery. Did this battery come with adhesive? I don't see any adhesive. That's interesting. All right, well, we'll just use the original adhesive, I guess. It shouldn't come out. Yeah, it should. It's all right. It'll stay. All right, bend all your leads up. That's just because it's going to get in the way of your board. So that's these things. Your ribbon cables, just bend them upwards. So you'll see why in a second. Okay. This is where the tiny screwdriver comes in. So any good screwdriver kit is going to have numbers or like size bits. This is going to be a 0 Phillips. Just a regular Phillips size 0. And that's going to work for every single screw inside this phone. Because unlike Apple, Samsung uses the same size screws everywhere. So you also don't need to organize your screws. You can just put them all in the same pile together. It is not going to damage your phone at all. Don't unplug anything yet. Just take all the screws out. Okay, bye, Jack. There's a bunch of screws at the top and a good amount at the bottom too. The middle really doesn't have anything because that's where the wireless charger is. All right, looks like, okay, one more screw. If you ever get resistance taking something out of the phone, there's probably a screw. Do not force it. What's up, Texas? Welcome. Next step. Let's see how well my camera will focus here. There are two ribbon cables right here. So there's one and there's the other. You're just going to unplug those. It's like adult Legos. Like, there's not, it's pretty hard to mess those up. Once you take those out, you're going to lift this whole bracket and your wireless charger flops down like that. It's still attached, you'll see. You could pull it off the rest of the way because down here it's just taped on. But what I would do instead, personally, you got to get that bottom bracket out anyways. So I like to take a pair of tweezers. And there's little triangles. There's two pry spots. One, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this. One is right here. There's a little hole where you can get your pliers in and pry. There's another one over here. You should only need one. Kind of get them in there and it'll pop right out. Get your fingernail in there. Well, maybe you will need to. I needed to do them both, I guess, but once you do that, then this whole thing is going to come out. This module down here that we just took out, that's your speaker assembly. So that's your loudspeaker. So if you're having problems with that, that's the part you're going to replace. First thing, now that you have that all off, is you're going to, right here, unplug your battery. Always unplug your battery. When you get your own, first thing I do is buy Java and join Hypixel. Awesome. I do like Hypixel. Just, yeah, spend your money how you want, but be responsible, obviously. But yeah, that was probably my first purchase too. One of them. Anyways, now that that's off, let me kind of explain the anatomy of this phone a little bit. Of course, you got your camera module up here, and that's what we're going to be replacing in a little bit. So right, I hope you guys can see this. Right here and right here, those are your 5G antennas. You can go on and unplug those. After unplugging your battery, the order at which you do this is not that important. So yeah. Right here, that connector is for your S Pen. And while we're talking about it, make sure you take your S Pen out, because I've definitely replaced people's screens and forgotten to switch the S Pen over. And then I had to go back later and explain, hey, I still have your S Pen. And it's kind of embarrassing. Take that off. Right here, there's a tiny little cable. Don't forget to take that off before taking this top bracket off. But same thing, you'll see little pry-in points. Shouldn't even need those though. You can just kind of grab them with your fingertip and just take that bracket off. This is your laser like IR camera or whatever. So it's like for measuring distances and stuff, which these phones can do. So you can take that out. I've never seen one of those break, so should never have to replace that, ideally. Kind of go a little bit quicker here. This cable right here just connects the charge port down here to the main board up here. Same with this one. It's just connecting the two boards. This one right here will connect your screen to your main board. So if you see over here, it's plugged directly into the back of the screen. That's how that communicates. And then there's going to be 2 more screws on this this board down here. This is the part that Jack should pay attention to. This is how you replace your charge port if your charge port goes bad. Which, now I'm thinking about it, I should have gotten a new one just to be safe. But mine wasn't really giving me problems, so it'll be all right. And I have a few others laying around already, I guess, so I can always just replace those